The next number today is 14, as in episode 14 of Scandal last night, entitled The Lawn Chair. It was a storyline ripped right out of the headlines. All this week we've spoken about the fact that the news this week has been dominated by that out of Ferguson, and ironically, last night's episode tracked the death of Michael Brown, with an unarmed black teenager being shot and killed by a white police officer while on his way back home from a cell phone store, with his body lying in the street for hours. Now, last night's episode had many of the hallmarks of the Ferguson case that we know. The cop was a dead ringer for Officer Darren Wilson. There was a grieving black father who stood vigil over his son's body for hours, and there was a crowd from the community who gathered with him to demand justice. But one of the most interesting things last night was not what was happening on television, but what was happening in reality. On Twitter, Kerry Washington said that she was at home sobbing throughout the entire episode. Dante Berry, an activist with Million Hoodies, said that the show packed an emotional punch because it mirrored many of his experiences in Ferguson. And Shonda Rhimes, the show's creator, said that the show took an emotional toll on the crew and the actors as they were filming it. Well, this is the 50th anniversary this weekend of the March on Selma, and all of this just goes to show that while the structure of racism may have changed, the reality of it has not, and that all of those who have endured the searing emotional experience of it still bear the scars. The last number up to